One of the easiest ways to make yourself come off as like a better DM or a more professional DM in gaming is to write down your character's passive scores. Instead of asking like, hey, what's your passive perception every time the party runs into something even mildly suspicious, just have their numbers on hand on a sticky note or on a reference sheet or something. Because not only does it actually like tune into the key concept of a passive score where like you're not even trying, like that's kind of the point, but it also contributes to making your characters feel a little bit more special when you call out the person who has the highest passive perception in the party and you're like, hey, you specifically pick up on this. And then they're like, oh, me? Holy shit. I personally write down a passive perception as well as passive investigation, passive stealth, and then passive insight. Passive perception is really obvious. That's the one that's most commonly used. I use passive investigation for when they walk into a room and they aren't actively looking for something, like they don't think to look, but they would definitely notice that something's out of place or moved or suspicious. Passive stealth, same thing. If they're not actively sneaking through an area, but the entire party's passive stealth just happens to be higher than the enemy's perception, like they're still gonna skate by and they might even get the jump on the enemy without realizing it and without really trying. I like to think of passive stealth as like, I don't know, just how naturally quietly you walk. A lot of people are really fucking naturally stealthy. So I have that. And then I also use passive insight because the ability to read body language is a lot more inherent and like automatic than I think people realize. And so sometimes there will be, situations where you just naturally pick up on the fact that someone might be like acting weird or lying to you. Those are just what I use. You can choose whatever is relevant to your campaign, but in the end, it's just like a little life hack that's so easy and makes you seem so much more professional for your players.